Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever episode, and this is the episode of the Core Keeper Ironheart Challenge. If you're wondering what that is, just check the description. It should say everything down there, and that should clear everything up. If you could like and subscribe, that would help out a ton. As I said earlier, this is my first ever video, so with that out of the way, I can start talking about other stuff. The very first thing you should do is always get to the iron tier before fighting any bosses. Not having iron armor to protect yourself or not iron weapons can make killing the boss go in a downward spiral. As you can probably already tell, I have most parts of the video sped up, so it's not an hour-long video. The beginning part of the game can be pretty slow, but also incredibly important. There are many things to keep track of and do. A few things I need to get before defeating any bosses are a full set of iron armor and a shield, if I don't find a Swift Feather, and at least the giant mushroom and the anniversary cake. You might be thinking, you can't use the anniversary cake. It said in the description that you're not allowed to use event items. Well, it doesn't use any exclusive event items that require it being fall or Valentine's. You can just get it without any seasons. So it is permitted. What you saw a little earlier was me getting lucky with the orange slime figurine, which later I will use to make a shrine to Bob the Slime. Setting up a base is pretty important, both for looks and for use. I plan to have a massive farm on the left, and then further than that, a wood farm for both coral wood and regular wood. To the right, I'll have a long hallway to some mob farms for some free, easy loot. I will need them. The purple slime from Purple Slimes will be used to make important potions, so I don't die. That is pretty important. And I could also get keys from other things. I was actually incredibly lucky here, as I've only gotten giant mushrooms to drop from Mushroom Men only a few times. This saves me a bunch of time having to find the giant mushroom later, and it might actually save me later. I've had way too many runs end, more than I can remember. My last run died to a bunch of ocean tentacles, because when I got too close to them, I couldn't get away because boats are so slow. Another time, I got unfaired by the game when a caveling troll came out of nowhere and 1 KO'd me through a wall, ending the run immediately. Most runs I do end around Ra-Akar, either to desert cavelings or Ra-Akar itself. That point of the game is extremely deadly. Everything there can one-shot or three-shot you. You always have to be careful. I've died so many times near that area. This is when I make my little shrine to Bob the Slime. He's the buoyant and proud fellow, my favorite companion from the first world I ever created. Speaking of times a while ago, I joined the community around February when the early access demo was still out. There used to be an insane glitch with Swift Feather, where you would attack while swifting with the feather and you would move insanely fast for a pretty long duration. Sadly, they did patch it. Still my favorite bug. Also, that's why I love the Swift Feather. You cannot change my opinion. It is the best spacebar item in the game. You will never change my opinion. Found the Heartberry Shrine. Always spawns. Just nice that I found it early on. I'm still not going to use it though. Lots of Heartberries for a nice hard rock jello. Basic looting. I killed the caveling earlier, but I probably shouldn't have. I could have died. They do around 200 damage in hard mode with copper armor, so if I got hit, well, an oops. Something I call raids can happen with any hostile enemy that can move. This happens when you aggro an enemy and then a group of 3 to 5 will spawn around the area, realize that there was an aggressive enemy there, and they will track you down until they find you and you kill them or they kill you. I've died multiple times because of it, and it's so annoying. I always make sure that I remove any spawnable tiles where I kill enemies, just to make sure that I don't get tracked down. You can also end their path and they'll stop chasing you if you build a 1x1 tunnel and they track you all the way down. You can just close off with a block and it'll stop them from chasing you. Again, I have died multiple times to it. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it happens. Other than near the end, I'm not going to talk much past here. If you're still watching, thank you. If you have any suggestions on what I can improve upon down in the video, please comment down. I would really appreciate it. Pretty much to sum up the rest of the video, I'm just getting to iron tier, improving the base, and doing a little farming. Again, thank you if you're still watching. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Hopefully my next video comes out soon, and if you do come, see you soon.